Yo, what is going on, you guys? It's your boy King Sanders here, and we are back with another day of sports betting. This is going to be for Sunday, July 24th slate of MLB action. I'm super excited to dive into it. We have a really great slate of MLB today, literally just all day long. Great games, one after another, starting at noon, going pretty late into the day. So I'm really excited to just sit down, enjoy my Sunday, and watch some baseball, and hopefully these bets hit in the while I'm doing so. But in the meantime, before I did go ahead and dive into today's plays, I did just want to go ahead and say that we are still currently on the road to 7,000 subscribers. You guys have been showing a lot of support on the videos here recently, so thank you guys so much for that. If you guys are new, make sure that you guys do like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Next, I did just want to go ahead and give a quick shout out here to all of our members here on the channel. Thank you guys so much for everything that you guys do. And thank you guys so much for giving me such a small channel, such a big chance, as I always say. It truly does mean absolutely so much to me. Now, my plays necessarily haven't been, top tier when it comes to these past 2 or 3 days since the All-Star break. I've pretty much I think I went 1-2, 1-1, 1-1, including today. But when it comes to my favorite play of the day, I do go ahead and post that on my TikTok. So if you guys do want to follow me on there, I will put a link down in the description down below. It is just King Sanders on YT. But I will go ahead and put a link down in there as well. I've been putting my favorite play on my TikTok with a, just like a funny video, just, something funny, something comical. But I have been putting something on there, and those have actually been really, really well. I think I've posted like 10 or 12 videos, something like that, and I've only lost 2 of them, so I have been doing really, really well. So if you guys do want just what my absolute favorite play of the day is, make sure you guys do just go follow my TikTok. I do like to mention in my videos too what my favorite play is, but just in case if for whatever reason I forget, make sure you guys check out my TikTok as well. But without any further ado, we'll go ahead and do a quick recap as of yesterday. Like I said, we ended up going 1-1 on the day. We had the, let's see. So we did end up having the Astros and the Mariners under 3.5 runs in the first 5 at -125 odds. That one did actually end up working out for us. Verlander and Gilbert, they both pitched absolute gems. It was not even really close to a sweat bet. I was, I literally wasn't locked into that game whatsoever. However, we did also have the Yankees and the Baltimore Orioles no-run first inning. There was the Yankees ended up scoring in the top of the first. The Yankees barely scored anymore for the rest of the game. Very tough beat, and of course that was the only run that was scored in the first inning, of course. So it was just very unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's a no-run first inning. Those are always pretty sketchy. It's all it takes is one good hit and it's over. But we did end up going 1-1 on the day. We lost a little bit of juice, but I'm feeling good about today's plays. Let's go ahead and bounce back. So we'll go ahead and dive into it. Our first play of the day, we're taking the Twins and the Tigers under 4.5 runs here in the first 5 innings at -120 on -120 odds. Now, if you take a look at it, both these offenses aren't necessarily top tier. They're definitely not bad. Well, one of them isn't bad, but if you look at it, Minnesota is 13th in runs per game, so they're just in that middle echelon there. That is kind of why I like to target it, and Detroit is obviously dead last. So when it comes to runs per game, at least. So Minnesota being in that middle tier doesn't really bother me too much due to the fact that Detroit is just really bad on the offensive side of the ball specifically. Detroit is also 18th when it comes to runs allowed, so kind of in that middle tier along with Minnesota. Minnesota is set to 11th when it comes to runs allowed, so nothing too crazy. Not like these defenses are like top tier or anything, but they're solid enough. I think that they can get it done here. Detroit is also 16th in runs allowed at home, so they actually do give up fewer runs at home, which is where it's going to be played today. It's going to be in Detroit. So hopefully this under can go ahead and hit for us. And we do also have 2 pretty good pitchers here on the mound. We do have Sonny Gray here for Minnesota. He does have a 3.71 ERA. Nothing too shabby, nothing too fantastic, but he does have a 0.0 ERA through 7 innings here versus Detroit. He has been very solid versus Detroit this year, so hopefully he can continue that. And on the flip side of the mound, we do have Ronnie Garcia for Detroit. He does have a 4.28 ERA. He has a 3.91 ERA in his last 5 games, so he is trending in the right direction. He's starting to lower that ERA a little bit. But if you actually take a look at his last 5 starts, I think that this is a little bit juiced because if you take a look, and I think it's mostly from the beginning of the year, because if you look at it, his last 5 starts, he's only had 1, 3, 4, and 2 earned runs. So he has been really solid here in these last couple games. So I do think that he can go ahead and get it done for us from that perspective as well. So that is going to be our first play of the day. Twins and the Tigers under 4.5 runs in the first 5 innings at -120 odds. Now for our second play of the day, we're going to be taking the Guardians and the White Sox no-run first inning at -130 on Caesars. Now if you take a look at it, both these offenses, once again, they are kind of in that middle echelon. Cleveland is 16th when it comes to runs per game. White Sox are 15th. So they are literally, White Sox are dead in the middle, and Cleveland is just a touch below that. So I do think this is a pretty good spot to target. The White Sox are also averaging 0.5 fewer runs per game at home this year, so they haven't been scoring quite as much at home. So I do think that's another great spot to target it. Cleveland is also 14th when it comes to runs allowed, kind of in that middle tier. Now, the White Sox, on the flip side of things, they have not been a great defense. They are just 22nd, but what I do like about it is the pitching matchup. And also, both these teams are not necessarily fantastic when it comes to the first inning. The White Sox, they are 23rd when it comes to first inning runs per game, and Cleveland, they're pretty good. They're 7th, but like I said, I think that it's a very good pitching matchup, which is why I always take these NRFIs. If it's a good pitching matchup, odds are I like to play. So for Cleveland, it's going to be Shane Bieber. Shane Bieber has been really good this year. He has a 3.24 ERA over the course of the season. He has a 3 ERA on the road and a 1.2 ERA through 15 innings pitched here versus the White Sox. He's been really, really good versus the White Sox. So hopefully we can see more of that. We just need 3 outs from him. And on the flip side of things, we have Dylan Cease on the mound here for the White Sox. He has a 2.15 ERA over the course of the season, a 2.88 ERA at home this year, and a 0.88 ERA in his last 5 games. Dylan Cease has been absolutely fantastic here recently, so hopefully he can keep that up for us. That's going to be our second play of the day. Guardians and White Sox no-run first inning at -130 odds. Now for our third and final play of the day, we're taking just about as square of a pick as you can get, but I think it's for a good reason. We're taking the Dodgers -1.5 here versus the Giants at +100 odds. I just love the value on this play, especially for literally one of the best teams in the entire MLB. So the Dodgers, they are 63-30 to the run line, which is the best in the MLB by quite a little bit. And they are 33-13 to the run line at home this year. They have been absolutely crushing it at home this year, and I do think we do see more of that once again. San Francisco, they are just 27-19 to the run line on the road, so it's not like they have been bad on the road, but they have been a little bit worse here than the Dodgers at home. The Giants also haven't covered in 3 straight games, so they are on a little bit of a cold streak here versus the Dodgers. And they are 18-27 to the run line following a loss. So I think that it's a great spot to target. A lot of times they don't cover after following a loss, so hopefully they can keep that up. Kershaw is also going to be on the mound here for the Dodgers. Been really, really good, obviously. Clayton Kershaw, 2.13 ERA over the course of the season, 2.28 in his last 5, and 1.99 at home this year. He's been really, really, really good. Don't need to even question that part. On the flip side of the mound, we do have Alex Cobb for San Francisco. Now, he hasn't been bad by any stretch of the imagination. He's kind of been in that, kind of average tier. He does have a 4.09 ERA over the course of the season, but on the road, he has pitched a lot worse. He has a 5.96 ERA on the road this year, and he's definitely a hittable pitcher. So hopefully, Alex Cobb can just be throwing turkeys to this Dodgers team, and Dodgers just keep blasting it out of the park. And if it ends up coming down to the bullpen, the Dodgers, they do have the 6th best bullpen ERA in the entire MLB. San Francisco, 22nd. I think that that's a very good spot to target as well. San Francisco, I don't like this play for the first 5. That's why I didn't end up taking it. But it definitely could hit, of course. But I like it for the full game just because that bullpen, if it does end up coming in, Dodgers should have a field day with it. So that's going to be our third and final play of the day. Dodgers -1.5 here versus the Giants at +100 odds. So that is going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys do like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you guys know whenever I post. Like I said, we are still currently on the road to 7,000 subscribers, so if you guys are new, make sure that you guys are subbed. But that's going to do it for me. This is King Sanders signing out. Peace.